I'm continuing my warpath down the Kingdom Hearts trail. I'm getting a little closer to the end. There's still a lot for me to do. And then if I want to play like the games that had movies attached to them in these re-releases, I could also do that. I actually have played Dream Drop Distance, barely, but I have played it when it was originally on the 3DS. I think I legit like got past the flow motion tutorial and then just never touched it again, which is where the barely comes from, because I didn't really get that far if it was the flow motion tutorial, since that's like one of the main gimmicks. Actually, if anything, I think I probably got to the Pokemon bit. It's Mickey! He's here! So I know this is basically the actual sequel to Kingdom Hearts 2, when Riku and Sora got the message in the bottle from Mickey. This is like them going to do that. I believe the message came from the fact that Mickey got like information from Recoded, which, like, again, who cares about Recoded? I think the information was that when a Heartless and Nobody get destroyed, they re-merge back into the original body. So basically it's like, oh, wait a minute, that might mean there's gonna be a Xehanort problem. We might want to train you up to deal with that. Winnie the Pooh? Wait a minute, that's not Winnie the Pooh. Look, there's Kairi. From what I saw, I don't think there's actually an opening besides this, so that's why we're watching it. If there is, then I'll have to skip that. Don't get like official, simple and clean or Sanctuary. And obviously they didn't make any new songs until like an actual numbered game. Listen, we all remember. Look at Mickey. That's fun. We all remember when Destiny Island and Ansem, Seeker of Darkness did some stuff. Kairi's heart ended up inside of Sora, I think, like specifically at that moment. Sora has like 5 hearts inside of him at any given time. Don't worry about it. Do you think Kairi's heart talked to Ventus's? Quickly glossed through Chain of Memories. Xion. I really do want to play Days, but like I mentioned it before, I've heard the gameplay's not that stellar. I think it's like weirdly mission-based, like Crisis Core, which if you don't have that as a frame of reference, then you don't really, then it's not a really good example. But the story seemed really good when I watched the movie, unlike Recoded, which, unlike Recoded, also apparently the gameplay is good in that, but the story was really boring when I watched the Recoded movie. Really glossing through a lot of the story here. Did we like... We're not gonna like talk about Birth by Sleep at all, or is this what is happening? Because we never really saw Master Xehanort. And obviously I did play Kingdom Hearts 3, and I mentioned before I've seen stuff as far as like just reading the synopsis to be ready for Kingdom Hearts 3, but now I need to officially play the games. There we go. They're all in the book. That was Recoded because it was all like memories. Everyone's here. Everyone's getting ready for Kingdom Hearts 3 eventually. Now Kingdom Hearts 4 is announced. That'll come out eventually. I'm still not prepared for Kingdom Hearts 4 because that's gonna require me to understand Union Cross, and I've tried multiple times to watch videos on Union Cross, and I kind of just fall asleep. Not like really fall asleep, but kind of like start to blank out. There's no critical mode? I hope it's not one that I have to like unlock. Because like Birth by Sleep, you could just go straight into it. We always want vibration, always want subtitles. I mean, I'll just continue doing the hardest difficulty that I'm allowed to do.
Hey! Is this how you wanted it? Xehanort! You want to fill me in?
I am.
Hey! Do you remember now, or... Wait. Did you never lose your memory?
That's not my name. I'm not Xehanort.
What?
My name is Ansem.
No. Wait, so what's the time frame on that one?
But how far could a raft take us?
Who knows?
Why is Riku's hair short?
If we have to, we'll think of something else.
I'm guessing well, what is with the Ansem thing? What's
Riku,
the time frame of that
A
scene?
storm's coming.
I know. The waves are getting steep. Furl the sail.
Right. Riku!
I'm fine. What's that?
Oh, he was right. Those wretched guppies are here. Well, it's about time we settled the score.
Ursula! But how? Is this the test?
Come on.
Huh?
You can work it out later.
All right.
Sorry, dearies, but I won't fall for that trick.
What trick? Also, optional tutorials and flashbacks, access them by selecting Play Now or View Now. What is this? Final Fantasy IX? Mementos are also available from the main menu, so if I miss them, I don't think I can miss them because they're just going to be right here. Well, we want a tutorial. I don't want to be a fool that doesn't know how to play the game. So I don't know that scene with Ansem Xehanort move, look around. I almost never use the reset camera function in like any game. It's always so disorienting. Press X to attack, land combo. Maybe I should gloss over the tutorial, it kind of defeats the purpose. We'll talk about scenes after the tutorial. HP! Protect yourself, block, dodge, jump. Gonna have to get used to X and circle not being what I would assume they are. Block it. I guess I don't have to time a block. Block on enemies. Oh, I needed to do L. Look at them. So many tentacles. Oh, oh. Exit out of it by pressing it again. Command deck. Select command on the deck. Once command gauge is full, we can use it. So it's kind of similar, at least from what I remember, it's similar to, probably should actually use what they've told me to use. Well, that's not a move for this. Don't want a potion. Very similar to Birth by Sleep. I don't remember if Birth by Sleep cycled through them like this. Probably should lock on. Might help. I feel like potion being in the middle of this really throws me off. You never know where it'll find a new command. Install them on your command deck. Wait until no enemies are around. Press option. Not only can you modify, you can do keyblades, stats, games, access help, combat, tutorial basics, done. Oh, that was kind of Ursula. Like, I remember being a bit turned off by playing this game because of how, like, disorienting some of it is. Just try to grab me? Rude. Everything's just kind of like disjointed and weird. Which I guess, you know, maybe it's like a dream. What are you doing? Oh, laser! Whoa! But it comes off really weird. Like, immediately coming into this odd, like, Destiny Island into Ursula's here. Kind of throws me off. What are you doing? Oh, electric. Ooh, I cannot see the ground. Maybe I shouldn't lock on. There is only one target that's not moving any positions at all. I keep pressing the wrong direction on the D-pad for where I actually want to go. Okay, goodbye. Oh, Kama. What were you doing, Kama? I wasn't even locked on to anything. What are you doing? Bubbles! No, I want to dodge more than... Riku! Time for your revenge. Nope, don't want to use that potion. I've been grappled! Fire! Kill her! Thank you, Riku. Appreciate it. That was awkward. I can air dash. Yeah, that's what I want to do. It's like... I mean, it's the same as like camera controls. Do I want to scroll up or scroll down? We've done it. We've beaten the real boss of the game. I'm assuming that Xehanort scene was the first time they became nobodies? Because he still didn't have his memories of being Xehanort and thought he was Ansem? This is when Simple and Clean starts playing. They'll start singing about how they don't want to meet your dad or whatever. Whatever Simple and Clean is about. I like that Sora's in his onesie. My favorite Sora costume. I don't remember who that is specifically. And I mean like specifically.
Has been connected.
It's a Xehanort, but who? Which one? Which Xehanort?
As a Keyblade Master, Xehanort had a gift like few others. But such great minds are often plagued by a single great question. What is the essence of the human heart that weakens us or empowers us?
Love.
The answer, he believed, would be found in the Keyblade War. What if the challenges of our past were in fact a map to the light and darkness that battles within us all? Xehanort had to know, so he renounced his duties as master and chose the Seeker's life. Since then, in many a guise, he has clashed with protectors of the light, Keyblade wielders like yourselves. And mark my words, he will trouble us yet again. We must be ready. Which is why you, Sora and Riku, are to be tested for the mark of a true Keyblade Master. No doubt you fancy yourselves masters already, but it takes years of training. Only a true master can teach you the proper way. Both of you are self-taught Keyblade wielders, an impressive feat. However, the time has come for you to let go of preconceived notions, forget what you know about the Keyblade, and begin your training again with a clean slate.
Gotta start at level 1.
But that's a formality, right? I already proved myself. Me and the King and Riku, we can take on anything. Right, Riku?
I don't know. I think that in my heart, darkness still has a hold.
It like always has a hold on you, Riku. Come on.
Walking that path changed me. I'm not sure if I'm ready to wield a Keyblade.
Isn't this like the character arc he always goes to?
Riku,
Like, every time.
Then count me in. Put me through the test. Just watch. Me and
see how
Riku
big those
will
books
pass
are?
with flying colors.
I like that Donald and Goofy are wearing their, like, default costumes right now.
Very well then.
Like, default as in, like,
Sora and Riku,
before they went on their
let
adventure.
your examination begin.
Keyblades, I guess it is important that we look at these notes because we get glossary items. Master Xehanort. See what I mean by disjointed? Like, what just happened? Like, I guess we could skip the cutscene, but I feel like the cutscene might be a little bit important, and now we're just all of a sudden diving. This minigame, you take down enemies and collect prizes as you fall at high speeds. Your objective is to pass through the goal ring that lights up once you've met certain goals. Those goals vary from dive to dive. Attacks won't reach when the target is red. Thank you. Press X to attack an enemy and objects when the target is yellow. To defeat bosses, you will need to target their flashing weak point. Attack the rainbow-colored weak point. Reduce speed, quick dodge. Accelerate and dodge to make it safely through the dive. Magic prize. Magic attack. Okay. Basically Gummy Ship, but more stylish. Is this the dream drop distance they told me about? Fun fact, if you're one of the 3 people that didn't know, dream drop distance as an acronym would be DDD, which means 3Ds. As in 3DS, which I'm playing on a PlayStation, but you know, the idea used to be there. It's a fun little thing. I like the name. It's silly. Better than days, which I still don't know what it's like. 365 over 3 or something. I never remembered the fraction. I refuse to remember the fraction. I probably should have hit that. Ring open. For a reason for me to continue. Magic! Mega Flare. So, get the... Is the prize me getting through it, or... I guess I should have done that so I could get more points. Look, there's stuff down there. I mean, it's at least more colorful than, like, Kingdom Hearts 1's Gummy Ship. I'm an A gold diver. I think... Obtain Spark Dive. Neat. I think, I still prefer Kingdom Hearts 2's Gummy Ship because it has more, like, pizzazz to it. We're in my favorite world?
Huh? This is... Traverse Town. Hey, what's with my clothes?
No more onesie.
Must be more of Master Yensid's magic.
Did he have that new outfit on when we were diving? Who's that? Was that a cat?
But what happened to Riku? Riku! Hello? Riku!
Shut it.
Huh?
Talk about noise.
Ah!
I like that he brought the soundtrack with him.
Sora, right?
Yeah, but, how do you know that?
Looks like you're not a player.
A player?
Come on, keep up. In the game. Players get marked with the time limit. And this game, I can't afford to lose. I need my game partner.
Okay. I don't know about any game, but can I help?
What? Time out. Do you trust every total stranger you meet? Look, sorry, you're no good. You're not a player. And my pack's with someone else.
Okay, so we can't be partners. Why don't I just help you out as your friend?
Now we're friends? It's not that easy.
Not saying it is, but you could make it easier.
Yeah, sounds great. Whatever.
Cool. Lead the way. Whoa.
Oh, the music's gone. I was enjoying the music. Obviously, Traverse Town theme. Fantastic theme. Kind of would love it if they decided to go full World Ends With You music. Flow motion lets you use your environment to the fullest. Wow, square. Alright, so like the air dash gets me into things. While flow motion to jump or burst of speed. Mixing around crawlers. Slide towards a lamppost and gain a burst of speed. Whoa! Whoa! Alright, you get like fancy attacks from doing that too. You don't always have to slide into flow motion. You can use some objects like handrails and ropes just by landing on them. Kick the flow motion. Definitely a lot more pizzazz than 3 had, but... And that's wild. I need to, again, remember to press circle to jump. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Not sure where to go? Go with the flow. Flow motion basic tutorial complete. So if I do this... Oh god, it's a lot neater than Kingdom Hearts 3 was. I feel like I barely really used flow motion in Kingdom Hearts 3, but then again, they did try to kind of add a little bit of everything to the game. I appreciate that we started off in the main hub area. Feels like old times. Real good nostalgic feel. The males here. Not allowed to see Sid. Or Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Oh, Geppetto's is here? Just everything has a block in the way. Moogle Shop? Ooh, the lockbox is here too. Neat. Pluto? Oh, that chest. Conveniently blocked every path I want to take. Oh, item command. You can only use a limited number of each item per battle. Okay, that's just like putting the potions on. Cannot use it even if you leave it installed in your deck. So, I mean, I'm assuming... Kingdom stock. Figure out menus. Training twice. Okay. Dream pieces, keyblades. I think I know what dream pieces are. We only have the kingdom key. Gross. Am I just not allowed to put items on yet? Because I don't even have like a command deck menu. Save point. World drop, return, switch between playable characters. Okay. Kind of glossed over that, but I don't feel like I really need to get too deep into it. Reality shift. I gotta tutorialize everything. Use reality shift to bend the rules of the world around you. Reality shift works differently in each world. If this pink symbol appears over a target, it's time for a reality shift. Press triangle and O to trigger reality shift. To lock onto the object you were targeting, then aim. Press X to launch the target. Use reality shift to launch the barrels. Well, that's awkward. That feels like a 3DS function that doesn't work as well here. That looks like something you would use the stylus to like stretch. Depending on your lock-on target, you may need to meet different requirements to get a pink reality shift maker to appear. For most foes, this means dealing a certain amount of continued damage. Try it on everything, you never know what might happen. I mean, I would assume the same thing happens every time in Traverse Town, but if I go to a different world... Yeah, that feels like a stylus thing.
Yeah.
That absolutely feels like I need a stylus to do that.
Hey, I didn't catch your name.
Dream Eaters.
That's a
Weird
stupid
name.
name. Yeah.
Them.
Right, I knew that.
How menacing.
Don't let them surround us. Let's split up.
Got it.
Imagine if mysterious stranger with headphones. Oh, it's Neku. Okay.
Neku Sakuraba. You asked.
Neku Sakuraba. That's a mouthful.
I'm gonna call you Phones.
It's really not.
Come on, Neku. Let's take him.
He just bailed. Isn't just for getting around, you can also use it in combat. We accidentally did that a couple times when in flow motion to perform a powerful flow motion attack. Kick dive, slide dive, buzzsaw. When a flow motion attack is possible, different flow motions will trigger different attacks, so give everything a try. Slide towards walls and poles and use flow motion to defeat the enemy. I refuse! Oh, that, like, pulls him in.
Yeah. Along. Yeah. Hey.
Jump, and then shockwave from a jump. Buzzsaw is what you would do immediately from this. I wonder if kick dive does that.
Yeah.
Are there more enemies? Nope. Sometimes sliding into enemies will trigger flow motion. Oh. Slide into large enemies and you will swing around that enemy. Okay. Try it. Take out. Take him out.
Come on.
And that still does like a gravitational field. Well, this kind of makes big enemies seem like more of a benefit than a hindrance. Do I take damage while I'm doing this spin?
Yeah. Come on.
Oh. That doesn't hurt the enemy, but obviously throwing them does. I'm stronger now. Use flow motion to weave together a dynamic offense, and it'll dominate the battlefield in no time.
These things with you, they're Dream Eaters too?
Yeah. If I'm gonna survive the game, I'm gonna need some extra help. Think you could control them?
Sure. I guess.
What was that music that was starting? I heard those vocals coming in.
If we are ever to strike down Xehanort, we need the individuals King Mickey spoke of in his letter. We must lead them out of sorrow and slumber and back to our world. To do so, 7 sleeping keyholes must be found and unlocked, and a great power retrieved. As you know, every world is walled off from the next, preventing travel between them. In the past, you could bridge these gaps because the walls were broken, or because you could open special lanes with your keyblades. But your new goals, the sleeping keyholes, are harder to reach. You'll recall in your first journey that you brought many worlds back from the darkness, but some never returned completely. They still sleep, cut off from all outside channels. Not even the Heartless can enter. But these sleeping worlds are said to have their own manner of darkness. They are called Dream Eaters. And there are 2 kinds. Nightmares, which devour happy dreams. And benevolent spirits, which consume the nightmares. The Dream Eaters will guide you, just as the Heartless once guided you to the keyhole you seek at the heart of each world.
I don't know how helpful that spinning bean cat's gonna be. A glossary of Heartless, but we're not gonna run into any. Meow wow! What a name. Often receive dream pieces when you defeat nightmares, hostile dream eaters. And then use those dream pieces to create spirits. I don't think I've ever heard anyone just refer to them as nightmares and not generally just dream eaters. Create spirits using a recipe, create spirits from scratch. Is there any downside to creating them from scratch? Create spirit using a recipe, you'll need to collect the materials starting from scratch may allow you to create spirits in unexpected ways. Look at that frog! Once you've settled on what spirit you want to create, you can sacrifice a deck command to give your creation a stat boost. Okay. Your new spirit is part of the family. Be sure to give it a meaningful name and lots of TLC. I probably will not be naming these. Alright, so I'm assuming we will not be allowed to do that. You can create spirits with a higher level or rank than usual. You can also sacrifice one of your commands to give the spirit stat boost. Why not choose a command now and power up your spirit? Yeah, why don't we just max it out? I'm sure it's not gonna be a problem. Spark Dive. I kind of want to keep that. I'll sacrifice a potion, though. I don't care about this potion. Probably shouldn't be, like, maxing out this first spirit. I don't want to get into a Ni no Kuni situation where I think the first thing I collect is, like, a starter Pokemon. Alright, so it has all these stats. Meowounce! Oh, I don't really want to give it a name. I'm not gonna bother. I guess I could have called it Meow Meow Bean. It is very bean-like. Look at it, the propeller tail. Off to a great start. Say hello. Spirits will help you in combat. Give them lots of TLC to increase your affinity, and you will be duly rewarded. Pet your spirit. This might change the spirit's disposition, increase your affinity, or earn it some experience. Training toys to play with the spirits to help them grow. Fighting alongside spirits or bonding with them will earn them link points. Spent the ability link board to unlock new commands and abilities for you. Pet your spirit and bond with it. Yeah, rub it down. Give it a rub down. It loves it? I don't think it loves it. Is this correct? I'm trying. I mean, like, the hand's there. Wait, it kind of started shaking. Uh-oh. Tutorial? Help me? What am I doing wrong? Oh, yeah, thank you. Bring up the help screen. Yeah, I kind of was getting stuck. That's what I was trying to do to pet it. Poke it. Hand icon control. Yeah, like, I don't... Look, now it's working. Was I supposed to fail? I'm gonna poke it. It loves it. I don't know, that was weird. Oh yeah, give it the rubs. Oh, it loves them so much. You receive link points, use them at the ability link board to earn deck commands and abilities. Open the menu and choose ability link. Menu. Alright, so I think this is just gonna be like a level up board, basically. You begin at the start point, spend link points to advance one space at a time. New deck commands and abilities for Sora and Riku. Unlock new power. Link critical. I kind of want to see what else there was. Special abilities can be learned and activated, which boosts your stats or unlocks new moves. Abilities are obtained from spirits. Stat boosting abilities require that the spirits you obtain from them stay in your party. Your basic attack and the spirit's attack connect at the same time. Both attacks will power up and send opponents flying. Perform the link critical will give your link gauge a huge boost. It's like passing the puck. That's why it's The World Ends With You in Traverse Town. Offers different rewards. Create new spirits and nurture them to gain an edge in your adventure. When you're bound with your spirit, hold to enter photo mode when you're bonding. Founding text will disappear, giving you the perfect opportunity for a screenshot. I don't think I want to take a screenshot. I don't think there's really much to take a screenshot of. He's here. Meow wow. Where are you going, meow wow? Meow wow. Look around.
Come on!
See how you do in combat, meow wow.
Yeah.
Oh. So I can just pull you and fling you? Neat.
Ha! Yeah. Yeah. Ha!
Okay. Good. What is that, meow wow? What did you spit up, meow wow? Okay. Oh, I can't go see the Dalmatians. Meow wow scared me. I thought he was gonna attack. I definitely don't prefer the Pokemon setup for Kingdom Hearts. I like having other real party members, but we'll work with it. I mean, I kind of felt the same way with like Ni no Kuni as well, in regards to like, I don't know, it just, bad aim. It just kind of seems like you have actual characters, why not use them? I mean, heck, wouldn't it be nice if we could have maybe had like Neku actually be a party member for a bit? What are you? Not where it wants to go. Okay. Oh, you're like a spinny lizard. Whoa. I need to get used to like actually being in the air first before I try to jump into Big Boy. Where? Oh, I guess they're all dead. I did want to explore up. I think I tried to go to the clock. The bell tower, I guess. It has a clock. It really doesn't look right. The hotel. I thought the symbol over his head meant that he was like finding something.
Hey, yeah,
Okay, get Wombo comboed a little bit.
hey, yeah, yeah, hey,
Oh, he's mad. I don't like how mad you are. Kind of seems like I did actually get attacked through that. Maybe I should use potions a little bit. Meow wow.
yes.
Yeah, we'll use up a potion. Worst comes to worst, I can grind for potions. I wouldn't want to, but I always could.
I brought you Sora. We had a bargain.
Gasp, Neku,
What's
you
the
wouldn't.
matter, Neku? Oh, no way!
Hey, that wasn't the deal. You said you wouldn't hurt it.
Don't, Neku! They're too dangerous!
The way he said they're too dangerous was funny. Oh no!
Why am I so sleepy?
Narcolepsy really kicking in hot. Hey, happy times with Riku. Guess Riku has to take the dive. Okay, that's not a good idea. I thought maybe I could break signs, but that one's not a breakable, or a good breakable. Oh, we can combo off of them. Thought we had to like dive into them each time. Unlock magic would be better, wouldn't it? Fire! Oh, that's all health. Oh, I don't want that. Actually, I could have Mega Flared that. Ring open. I also probably should try dodging more. Or at least not, like, moving around is how I'm trying to dodge, and that's not the best strategy. That's just health. Oh, the other one had better stuff. I guess I could also slow down, but I don't want to. I also missed a thing. Can I break that? Nope. Riku. We did it, Riku. B. Riku's not as good at this as Sora was. Do I have to get a higher rank to unlock things?
Am I in Traverse Town? My clothes have changed. Sora! Where are you?
You also look younger, Riku.
I remember we fell overboard after Ursula attacked, and then I think we opened a keyhole. So, this must be one of the sleeping worlds. My keyblade. It just sort of popped into my hand when I needed it most. Right. It started.
Wow. Where's your portal?
Huh?
It takes something special to jump between grounds without one.
Who are you?
My name is Joshua.
What do you mean, portal?
Are we just skipping past the part where you tell me your name?
Riku.
Hello there, Riku. Portals are like gateways that link up our worlds. Apparently, the world you and I are standing in right now, well, there are 2 copies of it. It's been sort of split in half. Portals are what let folks like us cross between them.
There can be 2 of a world?
The world is as many things as people need it to be. The concept that we all live in the same world, that's just in our heads. Surely you knew. I'll tell you what, Riku. I've got a little errand for you.
Sorry. I don't trust you.
Aw, at least hear me out. I'm looking for a girl named Rhyme. She's the key to the portal. And on the other side, who knows who we'll find? Maybe even your friend, Sora.
You know Sora?
Now I have your attention. But unfortunately, I don't know where he is. If he's not in this version of the world, I can only assume he has to be in the other one. Simple logic.
Okay. You want to find Rhyme? You got it. Let's go.
Oh, we get the intro again. I heard this kind of spoils World Ends with you. A little bit. I kind of doubt it really. Like, if you don't know what you need to know, I doubt it will, but... Link portals. Approach pink dots and press X to access link portals. Once accessed, you can face off against or team up with spirits from other worlds. Difficulty. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Won't disappear if you give up. Gear up and give it another try. Alright, so it'll just be around in general.
Yeah.
Does Riku do the same thing? Yeah, Riku does the same thing. Screw up that lady in the tramp statue thing. It's not really even a statue. It's like weirdly wooden board. Ah. I got interrupted. It's awkward for me to try to maneuver. I also missed. We can flow-mo, though. Yeah, pull him in. Oh, is that goat? Go, goat. Whoa. Go, goat. Meow, wow. Treasure chest. I'm saying things I see. I want to pick that up. Can't use the fire door. Oop. Pick you up. I'm just gonna toss you right inside of me. Everyone's here. Ah, meow wow. Meow wow. I guess. It's like old times, Riku, when you would just kind of like creepily watch everyone from out here. Remember? Old times. I'm surprised they like actually showed the inside of the building. Riku's just chilling. He's like, oh, Sora's being friendly with other people. I don't like it. Borrow these spirits. The spirits will return home after a certain amount of time. So I guess these will just be my party members for what am I like fighting things right now? Or they're just my friends for a little bit. I'm kind of confused. I thought it was like a challenge room. They're just gonna be my friends for a bit.
Why don't they ever attack you?
They being Dream Eaters? They won't go after you unless you're a dreamer. Which is funny because I've got plenty of dreams.
But they're definitely attacking me.
Yeah.
So, you think I'm a dreamer?
Every human being is a dreamer.
What is this conversation?
I had a friend once who said he never dreamed of anything, but it turned out that his were the most powerful dreams of all. You sort of remind me of him. Why don't we give your dreams shape? In this world, they take form as dream eaters, which can become great allies.
Komori Bat. Is this like... Do we really need to get tutorialized again? Like going through the same motion? We'll do the same thing, boost everyone up, give you a nice potion, create the spirit. We'll pet the spirit. We'll have a grand old time. I don't want to. Why isn't there an option to say no? Like, I feel like in the long run, I'm going to be making too many spirits to make it worth nicknaming. Also, it's not like I nickname my Pokemon anyways.
I got you now, Joshua.
The hero's here?
Take you down, yo. Me and Rhymes is going back where we belong.
Beat. How many times do we have to go over this? You've been tricked by that rogue in the black coat.
What?
Rogue?
Black coats. But that's...
I'm telling you, you've made a friend of our enemy.
Just can it, alright? Your inverse psychiatry ain't gonna work. Let's go, Dream Eaters! What? Ugh, man, not cool.
What wasn't cool? Linking? So many tutorials. Sora and Riku each link with spirits in their own unique way. Completely fill up a spirit's link gauge and it will briefly lend you its power. Sora uses link attacks to team up with the spirits and take on the enemy. Riku changes link styles, absorbing the spirits to power up his combo for a period of time. The link gauge will refill as the spirit's attack connects with the enemy. So I don't really have much control over that. Switching to link command and press to unleash an attack. Link with Z spirits simultaneously to initiate the powerful dual link. 2 spirits? That's not a Z, that's a 2. I'm a goofy lad. You can also access link commands by holding down a spirit's shortcut command and pressing the corresponding buttons. Toggle again. Link with spirits to defeat the enemy. Oh, they unlocked it for me? It looks like his link gauge is full. I got haste, that's cool. Whoa. Okay. Ow. That was a very rude move. Did I misunderstand how this works? Link with me. Help me out here. I have not understood the tutorial. I'm not sure what I have to do to activate it. I just saw oh yeah, move to the... Is there a button? Oh, I can darkness sphere now. Okay, wait, that's the button. Oh yeah, of course Riku has darkness sphere. If I cancel, will... It looks like I can that fills up quick, but that might be because it's a tutorial. Both spirits in your party, and you can team up with both at once to perform a powerful dual attack. Switch to the link command, then use... I must have just missed it. L2 needs to... Naturally, dual links are much more powerful than linking with a single spirit. Collect as many spirits as you can, and you never know what new tricks you might unlock. Tutorial unlocked, complete, done.
You know what? Forget it. This is stale, yo.
Playing the tough guy 24/7? I'd be worn out
Where's her
too.
skateboard?
I just want to protect the one person who matters.
I know the feeling.
Riku always knows the feeling. so tired. Do people notice, like, Riku pass out?
Long ago, in the age of fairy tales, the world was filled with light, a gift many believed from an unseen power known as Kingdom Hearts. You see, Kingdom Hearts was protected by its counterpart, the Keyblade, so that none could ever lay hands on its mysteries. But in time, the world was overrun by legions who wanted the light all for themselves, and the first shadows were cast upon the land. These warriors crafted Keyblades in the image of the original Keyblade, and waged a great war over Kingdom Hearts. We call this the Keyblade War. But though the war extinguished all light from the world, the darkness could not reach the brightness inside every child's heart. With that light, the world was remade as we know it today, with countless smaller worlds shining like stars in the sky. As for the real Keyblade, it did not survive the battle. The two elements that created it, one of darkness and one of light, shattered into 20 pieces, 7 of light, 13 of darkness. And as for the source of all light, the one true Kingdom Hearts, it was swallowed by the darkness, never to be seen again. As long as it remains there, even the brightest world will have its dark corners. After all, light begets darkness, and darkness is drawn to light. For this reason, some decided to use the Keyblade, a weapon designed to conquer the light, to defend the light instead. These were the first heroes of the Keyblade.
Great. Don't forget to play Union Cross. It's gone now. Watch the cutscenes in a really bad order. I downloaded the Union Cross to watch those cutscenes, and that was a mistake. The Keyblade, I still hate that they still call it the Keyblade, even though they've shown a different way to say it that would make it a lot more obvious that it's a different thing you're talking about.
Where is he? Huh? They're both gone.
Yeah, like, what happened?
Before I fell asleep, Neku said that he and that creep in the coat had a deal. But what was the deal? Are the two of them in league? That can't be right. We never even found Neku's partner. I guess I should just take a look around.
In this game, you will alternate between Sora and Riku to progress through the story. To drop or switch between characters, just select drop on the pause screen or the main menu. I can do that in the pause screen. Sleep and other negative statuses will cause your drop gauge to drain more quickly. When the gauge runs out, you will enter bonus time and droplets will appear more often. After bonus time ends, you will drop into the next character. You'll be forced into it. It doesn't sound like a great thing, but I've heard it's not actually that bad. Like, being forced to switch characters, especially if you're like in the middle of a plot point, sounds unpleasant. What was that? Well, like I said, I heard it's fine. Balloon! I should have a look around. Okay, if you insist. I need to get kind of used to, like, actively maneuvering these flow motion things. I'm dying. These, like, primates are a little too powerful. Especially when they get aggroed like this. This is a little, like, disorienting doing this. I maybe should stop trying to. Oh, just like a little sheep? I saw the limit thing appear. What are you doing, Meow Wow? Oh, I thought the battle was over. I guess, is this what I needed to do? Power restored, don't have to use thunder on it. Treasure chest! Meow Wow! Little monkey fella's here. Really don't want you to be as aggroed. I might want to use that potion again. I'm a little scared of dying. Really should be using that stuff too. Oh, there's that sleep. Alright. That just kind of makes me susceptible to damage, it seems like. Alright, there's another one of these things. So many enemies. Quick Blitz doesn't seem that quick. Meow Wow leveled up though. So what? Borrow these spirits. So this is a friendship portal while the other ones might be like challenge things. I can just borrow spirits for a bit. Like, I know it says borrow spirits, but again, I thought it was like you go into a challenge room and then, like, these are the spirits you're forced to use. Oh, mail. Oh, I wanted this place to be safe. Going into that shockwave seems a bit better, I think. Meow Wow. I feel like also oh, you guys are here. I feel like realistically, going for an actual normal attack is probably not the best way to do combat. I mean, I'm doing decent damage right now.
Come on.
Also, I didn't even get to use my link portal stuff. Pull off at least 3 flow motion attacks. Defeat all spirits. Bonus objective. If I flow into the wall... Oh, don't do that. Challenge complete, though. Good enough. Now, nope. I don't care about the mailbox. I'm doing a challenge. I'm in the middle of something here. I wanted to try to do that move. Alright, challenge complete. Do I get anything for the bonus challenge? Finish! Point prize, 10 DP. Figment prize. Confetti candy. Okay. Does that just disappear forever, or could I try it again at some point?